All right. Let's start off by saying all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles. GMS, teach me the truth. Shalom to you, Akim and Akwath. Shalom to you, Akim, that's believing this truth, pushing this truth through the four winds of the earth. Shalom to you, very few Akwath, that's listening to my quietness. This is your brother Ahmad out of Jacksonville, Florida. Excuse me. I laugh when I'm sleepy, but it's cool. We're gonna jump right into it. It says the Bowser-Pinto plan will bring trouble, and a lot of people don't know about this. So it's a draconian law that they want to pass. Well, they already got one vote on it, but they need one more in DC. And let me get this because you might not know what draconian means. So let's get the definition of it.
Draconian.
Draconian. It says of laws of their applications excessively harsh and severe. So a draconian law is a harsh and severe. It's a harsh and severe law, right? So now let's get into what the title is about. Just gonna jump right into it. Lord willing, it's edifying. But this is it. It says the Bowser-Pinto plan will not make DC safer. This is Bowser. This is the mayor of DC, and this is Pinto, right? Now this is the Bowser and Pinto plan. This is the law that they want to put into place. And you see who they got leading it, man. Eve. It's always Eve, man. That's why the elders and apostles of GMS, they always say, man, hey, the so-called black woman, you better leave her alone, man. They are our enemy. And not all of them, you know what I'm saying? But 2/3 of them, yeah, because they're wicked, man. They're wicked. But anyway, it goes into how it says they're gonna cuts out SNAP. So food stamps, right? The food stamps cuts out domestic violence support, right? Homeless prevention and eviction support, emergency rental assistance, transitional support from shelters to housing programs, youth reentry division programs. So this is going, as the scriptures say, let me get this, because we use this all the time. This is going to Isaiah 32:10. It says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." Right. So going back to what you see on the screen right here, when all this you see here cut on top of that, because the vintage for you women is this stuff that you see on your right hand side. It's going to cut all that Section 8 HUD, all the housing programs, all that help on top of law enforcement. They're not going to be able to come out to you because you see all the violence that they're creating, what they're pushing and what they're promoting. But anyway, it goes more into this as well too. It says face coverings criminalized. That's how you say it. Like it. It says any items worn that cover most of the face are now criminalized with detention or arrest as the penalty. This includes, but it is not limited to hoodies, bandanas, and hijabs. The police will be the sole decider of which face coverings are allowable. So now that he's saying they pushed in 2020 the face mask, for what the CV, right? The CV-19, right? But now they're saying this can cause fear. So now the police have the right to choose, what is reasonable and what is not. It says also over here, it says fear is now cause for arrest. Anyone wearing any item that covers most of the face who causes another person to feel afraid can now be arrested regardless of the person's actions. What? What is they talking about, man? What is all this? Hey, where is this energy coming from? Remember, we tell you all the time, man. Hey, the elders apostles of GMS and the brothers on down and the Philly brothers, and we tell you all the time, man. These people want order out of chaos, and that's what they're setting up. Read this again, man. Anyone wearing any item that covers most of the face who causes another person to feel afraid. So if that person just feel afraid, now this here gonna go really against, let's just say us so-called black folks. This is gonna really, you out there, and if the white man say he afraid because you got a face covering, you in trouble. It says afraid can now be arrested regardless of the person's actions, man. That's crazy. Look at this. This sounds like 2020. It says gathering of two people, right? The police can now designate any neighborhood as high risk, allowing them to arrest innocent people for gathering in groups of two or more. If police suspect they might commit a crime, they can be fined or imprisoned. What the hell is this, man? What is this, man? And this is where you get because now Esau just been a bully. This is where you get this. Let me get this precept. It's in the NIV, but Isaiah 10 and starting at 1. Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees, to deprive the poor of their rights and withhold justice from the oppressed of my people, making widows their prey and robbing the fatherless. Right? See, that's what they're doing. They're making all these unjust laws that they're now trying to put into place. As you see on the screen, you see this unjust laws, man. That is an unjust law. You pretty much can be penalized for anything with this, and this is in Washington D.C. But I'm pretty sure that this is going to come all the way down the board. Let's go to this one. Active duty status of officers is now secret. The public will no longer be able to know if an officer who was found to have engaged in misconduct is still on active duty or not. Wow. So you'll no longer have access to know, like, if that officer been in trouble with the same situation. You'll no longer get that. They're taking back all that. They want full control. They want to be able to call the shots and do what they want to do to you, man. These are times that we're coming into, man. And something is coming. I got a couple of videos I'm gonna play, but hey, something is coming. It says killing car case suspects now legal. Police can now kill suspects during car cases, a practice that is currently banned. The police will become the sole decision maker about life and death, regardless of guilt or innocence. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. You could be driving, just trying to flee from a situation, and they'll suspect you of, hey, a part of a crime that you ain't had no parts of, and they chasing after you, and they can just pull out gun blazing. Just gun blazing, man. That's crazy. I remember here in Jacksonville, we had I think it was like a couple years back, man. We had a UPS driver who got killed. He was one of the criminal jumped in his truck, and he was making him drive and forcing him to drive the truck. No, he wasn't driving the truck. The criminal was driving the truck, but he was in the back of the truck while the criminal was driving on the highway. And the police, they shot up the truck, man. They shot up the truck. The dude was inside, died. The UPS worker, man, he died, man. Crazy. So pretty much that's what they want to do. They don't care if a criminal take a person and just throw them in the trunk, and they just start dashing off and they start chasing, they're gonna shoot up the whole car. The policemen now are going to have the right to do what they want to do, man. That's just crazy to me. That's crazy. It says, show your papers, Metro law. The police will now be able to immediately arrest anyone suspected or misconduct while riding the Metro who refuse to share their name and home address. For instance, if a plainclothes officer demand your address on the Metro, now telling them could now lead to arrest. Wow, this is crazy. Body camera restrictions removed. The plan will overturn currently policy that prohibits the police from viewing their own body camera footage before they write statements. This has nothing to do with lowering the crime rate. Wow. How does it not have nothing to do with lowering the crime rate? Discarding a gun will become a crime. You illegally possess a gun, which is already a crime. All right, because remember, they're passing. They want all your guns. They want you to turn your guns in. So they're saying you illegally possessed a gun, which is already a crime. The moment that you drop the gun or put the bullets down, you committed two more additional crimes. You ain't even killed nobody. You dropped the gun, you put the bullets down, and they're saying you committed two more additional crimes. So if you keep holding the gun, you will get shot by the police. And if you drop the gun, you're now getting a longer sentence. Really? Wow. That's crazy. Hey, that's crazy, man. These are the times that we're coming into, man. But that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Let me get this, man. This crazy, man. Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief. And it says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Right. Who? Esau. Hey, and you see who else pushing that too? Eve right there, man, on the front line. Eve is on the front line with that, man. It's just crazy. But they don't sleep until they done came up with these little plans. And trust me, they making Eve the forefront, the face of it. But she ain't really helped come up with all that. That's Esau pushing that agenda. Esau pushing that agenda, man. And they sleep not. Let me get this other one. Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity, which is sin, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in their power of their hand. Right, because Job 9:28 says the land was given to the land was given to the hand of the wicked, right? And now guess what? Now they're passing these laws, these draconian laws, these legislations. Why? Because see, they need order out of chaos. See, they want to cause the problem and then come back and fix the problem with their solution. Which is, we already know, with all that you've seen on the screen, we already know that's gonna bring martial law to the streets. They need a way to bring martial law to the streets. This is where all your purge movies and all that come from, man. They need something to bring martial law to the streets, and they're doing that. And this is what what they call it, voting year, where they got the candidates and all that. They're putting all this in place. Why? Because they letting all these people in through the borders. Why are they doing all that? They're putting this stuff into place so just when it pops off, they'll have a reason to do what they're going to do. Let me get a video just showing you on more of what we just went over on the screen.
Politics, and it's still a win if the bill and all its 100 interventions passes, and we are expecting a second vote March 5th. But as I said, lots of changes, and the first comes from Councilmember Pinto herself. So we're talking about drug-free zones. Pinto added that police must notify social service agencies and each and every council member in writing 24 hours before setting up the 5-day drug-free zone. Folks waiting for the bus or those social services will not be impacted, but police can set up these 5-day zones, get this, up to 3 times a month for a total of 15 days. Now, the council also struck language in the anti-masking provision that said masks would be illegal if causing another person to fear for his or her safety. Police will now only collect DNA evidence after a felony conviction. And
but they pushed those masks heavily 2020, man. But see what we've been telling you, man. See what the elders apostles been telling you. Told Jakes, don't go down there and take the juicy juice shot. Then they had Jakes wearing them freaking masks everywhere, man. They had no fear, man. As scripture say, woe to them that go down to Egypt, man. And this is spiritually Egypt all over again, as it tells you in Revelations 11 and 8. They putting this stuff, man. This stuff is so scripted, man. It ain't even funny, man. They planned this all out, man.
Trial detention will be temporary for 255 days so the council can collect more evidence.
It's necessary. I have to say that. I just feel like it's just going to further victimize the people that don't have any input in the bill. The young man that I talked to this morning, who I know that he's a part of the street, and I just reached out to a couple of fellow people. I was like, I need to talk to him. Well, he called me this morning and told me that he was good. He can't get a home cooked meal. He's struggling trying to get a job, but he could very well get caught up in this crime bill.
That is Rose Williams. I spoke to her at length in her home in Congress Heights, and she does consider.
Hey, that precept we just read in that Proverbs 4:16. That's the whole purpose of the bill. That's the whole purpose of, them passing it. They want people to get caught up. That's the whole purpose of it.
This crime bill a double-edged sword. She said it's necessary, but she says there will be consequences, and she's afraid of that impact on members of her community, including that young man who's unhoused that she talked about in that soundbite. Listen, this is coming from a woman who told me she is literally losing sleep and lost sleep early.
That's it on that one. But I want to get this. Now, this is from like, I think it's like a week ago, and it's the sheriff in Ohio. Right now, there's a press conference that him and I think it's 3,300 sheriffs over the United States, they had to all go to and attend. Now listen to what he says. And this is how we know. See, they putting something into place so when they make their move on what's about to happen, because remember, we already know we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? We already know what's going on, man. We're not stupid. It's order out of chaos, but they gotta cause the chaos, and as the chaos, get wild and crazy, guess what? They're gonna come in with their solution. And it's going to be it's not going to be just one thing. There's going to be multiple things going on. Multiple things. Because remember, Esau wants you to beg out of their hand. They want you eating out of their hands. And they want to put that MOTB in you. But anyway, this is from like a week. I was watching this. I think I was watching a brother's channel. But anyway, listen to what this the sheriff says.
We'll start off with, my name is Rick Jones. I'm the Butler County Sheriff, Butler County, Ohio. I just came back from the National Sheriff's Training in D.C. 2 days ago. We were briefed by the FBI director, Ray, the director of the FBI, and several federal agencies. There's 3,300 sheriffs in the United States. The President of the United States refuses to meet with the sheriffs of the 3,300. We have a hierarchy. We have a president. We have a vice president. The President of the United States refuses to meet with the sheriffs. He also refuses to meet with the police chiefs of the United States. They have a hierarchy also. He refuses to meet with them to talk about border issues, or talk about crime that's going on because of the border issue. We were also told by Mr. Ray, the FBI director, that there are more red flags going off now than before 9/11. Okay?
I saw war. I saw.
They do these damn, but they doing that on purpose.
Say red flags, meaning people that are here in this country that are wanting to do harm to us. We were also explained we're bombing 2 countries right now. 2 countries. These people do not like us before this started. There's thousands of people here from other countries, 160 different countries. They're here not to be our friends. Some of them are coming because they're wanting to come here to the best country in the world, the way we see it. Some are coming here to do harm to us. And we were told by the FBI director, it's not a matter of if,
Say who?
it's a matter of when.
You see,
We were also
hey,
told 5, some are coming here to do harm to us.
watch
And
his
we
lip.
were told by the FBI director, it's not.
Let me see. I can blow it up. Hey, look, watch his lips. Watch his. He's gonna say who?
Not a matter of
Who?
if,
But then he swapped it.
it's a matter of when. We were also told 5
Man.
sheriffs went to Israel 5 weeks after the attack. The only thing that saved the Israelis, the government, was the local police. They were outgunned, outmanned. They came over. The Palestinians did. They came over. They killed, raped. The sheriffs were there. They talked to the police. The local police are what saved that country. You can't just call, even in Israel, you can't just call the military up and they're going to be there, okay?
So you see, man, he was at a training in DC. So he was at a training in DC. That was about like a week ago. He was at a training in DC. Now, have you minded? Now we watching what you see up on the screen as far as let me get it pulled back up. Now you have them with this foolishness, right? Coming from DC. Man, listen, this stuff, you got to be able to see through this, man. They are planning chaos. They're causing, matter of fact, I'll show you what she said too. Let me see, let me back out. I think it's in this one, not that one. Where is that? I'm gonna show you what she says in her thing. I think it's in this one. It says Washington, D.C. The Washington, D.C. Council will get the chance to take the first vote on Tuesday on the Secure D.C. Omnibus Amendment Act, a large comprehensive crime bill introduced by Council Member Pinto. When Pinto introduced the omnibus legislation, she said it would increase crime prevention. See, so she said it will increase crime prevention and strengthen accountability. But this right here is what I wanted. She said it's going to increase. So they're passing this knowing that it's going to increase a crime. Why? Because once again, they want order out of chaos, man. They want order out of chaos. And that's what it's going to be. It's going to be order out of chaos, man. So, hey, we're coming into some times, man. Got to stay prayed up. You know, ask for mercy. Make sure that you're repenting out there. You know, repenting in the name of Yahweh, which is who the world even calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world even calls Jesus Christ. You got to repent in those names, man, and ask for mercy and forgiveness of your past life sins, this life sins, and sins that you're going to do in the future that you don't even know. Because we're coming to some times, man, that it's about to get real. And, you know, what you have is what you have. And so, if anything, you have to watch these videos, Lord willing, while they're able to still be up on this on the internet, because they're getting ready to come after the men of the Lord pretty soon, man. You seen in that they can get you. Shoot, even these, shoot, I got to probably stop wearing these, to be honest, because you having these on, mask on, it's going to draw the wrong attention to yourself. We already, draw attention to us because, see, they already know, man. They know who we are. They see these videos. They see the brothers out on the highways and hedges. They know what's going on. So we're coming to a time where Amos 8 and 11's got it. Hey, that's going to come into effect real shortly. Coming up on it real shortly. So, hey, man, watch the videos. Take some notes, man. Make sure you're reading them on your downtime. May the blessing lesson be upon your households. And I pray that this lesson was edifying. This is your brother Amath out of Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, man, stay praying to you. How about Shalom? Shalom.